Hello, once again, Alfred here, and with another video. Well, today I'm going to really speak on the importance of you guys, or any individual for that matter, to bet on themselves. You have to bet on yourself, meaning basically you need to believe in what you're doing and where you're going, right? No one is really going to believe in you if you do not believe in yourself. You have to believe in you first. You have to be your first fan, right? Your number one fan. You have to be your first cheerleader, right? Your major cheerleader, basically. So that entails you to bet on yourself, bet on the things you're doing, bet on your journey, on your path. See the path to mastery, the path to your God self, your God version, the best version of yourself, however you want to call it, right? It will at times put you in a state where, or in a mindset where you doubt yourself, right? You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have hurdles here and there that will make you think that you cannot go over them. But as men, we know that we have to put in the work, we have to put in the time, we have to reinvest our resources through whether it's energy, time, whatever finances, we have to put it back into ourselves so that we can move. We can take that and then go along with it and then move forward. Because betting on yourself means investing in yourself, investing in your time, investing in your energy, investing in your skills, your resources, anything that will help you become the best version of yourself, basically, right? So that will mean that at times you may not know what you're doing, which is okay. No one really starts out knowing everything. Even those who are successful, those who have been successful before you, all of them bet on themselves, right? Of course, they may have had help, right? They may have had people investing in them, no doubt. Some people do have that luck, or they're born with that sort of luck, right? No doubt about that. But even if they have that, right, they still had to put in the work. They still had to have something to show for it, right? They still had to learn a certain skill or do something so that they can get into that position. But for the rest of us who do not have the backup, we do not have the finances, we do not have the best of skills, right? We need to put in the work. We cannot say, okay, look at so and so, he's doing better because the people behind him, the people behind the guy who are helping him. No, it doesn't work that way. By the time if you take your time and comparing yourself to others who probably are more successful, and you're thinking to yourself, they have the advantage, and then you tend to forget that you also have your own advantage. It's pretty obvious that everyone works in their advantage, right? You also always have a sort of advantage to whatever path you want to take, and that's why it should be something you're passionate about, something that you're skilled on, something that you know that you are in it, you will be in it for the long term, right? So by the time you are learning those skills, instead of take the time basically to learn those skills, or to put in the time to know yourself and master yourself, instead of looking at others who are doing better. What I do with me personally, those who are doing better are motivation for me. I don't look at them and be like, look, they're better off, so I might as well just sit here and do nothing. That's very weak mentality, and you're not betting on yourself. You are not doing nothing. What you're doing, you're trying to be a spectator, right? And man shouldn't be just a spectator in this world. Obviously, not everyone can do the same thing. We cannot all be the greatest of whatever endeavor we want to take on, right? However, we can always do something to get out of a plight or to get out of a situation to get into the best situation that we want to see for ourselves, right? And basically, this is for those men who want to grow, who want to basically see the best version of themselves. We do not compare ourselves to others unless we are inspired, right? We are motivated. That's when we can look at someone and say, look at him. I mean, that guy has made it. I wonder how he has done it. I wonder how he was able to do it. Instead of looking at the next person and becoming jealous, that's very weak behavior, and this is another reason I never really hang out with people who are that way, right? I want to see people who will be like, okay, if that person can do it, so can I. Even if you cannot get to the same level, but you can try to do something that is within your own means. I don't believe the universe has totally not given any man anything, right? There's always something that you be given, and or there'll always be a sort of advantage to whatever you want to use as something that will propel you to the best version of yourself. However, we tend to be lazy, we tend to not seek it out, we tend not to even try. Some men just don't want to try to do something. Some men won't even learn any sort of skills. Some men won't even go out and do even just simply socializing and mingle with people, right? This is how at times you find out that what you're good at, right? The people just don't want to know what they're good at, then they fall back and complain. Now, if you're the sort of person who just really totally, has totally decided not to do anything about life, decided not to really participate in whatever endeavor they would like to, then it's okay, it's cool. That's what you've decided. But I'm not going to listen to men who complain about this, because the world as it is right now, there are people who are taking advantage of the situation they're at. You see, they're bettering their skills, they're betting on themselves, they're investing on themselves, they're investing on the skills that they want to learn. And there's so much out there that can help you, can help any person, right, to be the best version of yourself. So all you have to do is bet on yourself, right? Create a situation that you can be at an advantage. So not right now, there's really no excuse. All you have to do is put in the work, put in the hours, put in the learn the skills that you're supposed to do, that you are supposed to learn. If it's a language, if it's any sort of skills, if it's an education, however you want to educate yourself, you can do it online. You can get a mentor, get a private tutor, right, a teacher, something like that. All that can be done, right? Of course, this without no doubt needs resources, no doubt, right? But resources are also there. Also, the resources don't always need to be finances, right? You can just learn how to speak and negotiate with people, see what you can provide to a certain person that you'd want something from, right? You can do some chores or anything like that, and then a person can give you whatever you think that person can give you, right? Whether it's a mentorship that you seek, you can approach someone and ask them, hey, let me do this for you and teach me that, right? Or mentor me on this, right? That's what you can do. Don't just sit back and then wait for people to invest in you. It hardly works, right? Of course, there's some people who are lucky, no doubt. I've met a couple of people who people invested in, right? But yet still, right, that does not mean that, it doesn't mean that that person will be successful. That doesn't guarantee. It does not guarantee success, right? Just because people are investing in you does not guarantee your success, right? You still have to put in the work, right? You still have to do something that is tangible, that will propel you into the best version of yourself, or put you in your path that the road to make the road even better, right? So people actually are betting on you or investing in you. You're lucky if you have people like that in your life. You're very lucky. Take advantage of that. You see, of course, not everyone is equally lucky, but you can also create your own luck by knowing how to go about and reach out to people, learn what you need in the path you're taking also. So you obviously may need a strategy, you may need a plan. For some people, just going about doing things is not enough. You still need a strategy, you still need a plan, you still need goals, right? You need to stick to your goals, stick to your plans, right? Maybe that's the reason at times no one is looking up, no one is actually looking up for you, right? Because you don't have a proper strategy, you don't have a proper plan, right? You're not thinking long term. Maybe that's the case. So you need to learn, you need to put in the time, and that means reinvesting and believing in whatever you're doing, right? Of course, these things as per usual may take a long time, right? In the meantime, you need to know what you're supposed to be doing. Obviously, in whatever you're doing, there has to be a sort of learning curve. Whatever interval you take, that's pretty obvious. You can't just always be going with trial and error. Trial and error will always be there, but you cannot be consistent in trial and error. It means it will come a time that you need to be doing something you are sure of, right? You have to be doing things that are proper, right? So that you can move forward if you want to see the best version of yourself. And really, there's no other way. You need to better yourself. You need to really invest, invest and reinvest. Iterate that, investing and investing, putting in the time, and then eventually something may happen. At least once you see the light, you continue until something really happens, right? Be patient. You have to be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the universe. You never know what it has in store for you, But as long as you are you are really get your things together, get things right. You're putting in the time, making sure your time is well spent. Your energy, right? Your energy is spent in the right things and in the right way, right? Your finances, right? That's your resources, right? Making sure that you're reinvesting your resources properly. Then eventually, things may happen, and then the things that you want, right? But first of all, make sure that you are spending enough time with yourself, right? Spending enough time and energy on yourself, and then not always thinking about the next person, what the person is doing, what is happening to that person, whatever, whether it's winning, whether that person is losing, it doesn't matter, right? Because we tend to forget that comparing ourselves to others, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't mean that you'll be better or you'll be better than that person. The only time maybe that may happen is when you want to learn something, right? You look at that person, whether it's failed or whether it's successful, look at that person, see where he's failed, see where he's succeeded, then you can implement some of those things. But even though that you have to be careful about that, because you may not see the whole picture of someone. If you want to really learn from someone, it's best to approach that person. But you cannot approach that person from a place where you envy or you hate that person, if you want to learn from that person, because envy and jealousy will obviously blind you to whatever you have to learn, right? You have to have a curious mind, learn about that person, learn about the things that he has made him successful, learn about the things that has made him fail. You can ask him questions, you can just investigate and all that, so that you can implement those things, whether it's good, whether they're bad for you, whether they're good for you, it doesn't matter. But all in all, bet on yourself, have the confidence that you will get there, you will be you will see the best version of yourself by putting in the work. The work has to be put. You need those skills always, and you need that energy, you need that confidence, so that you can move forward and see the best version of yourself. So with that said, it's been your boy Alfred. Till next time, peace.